Put a finger down if it is now August, the summer is halfway over, said you were going to go to the gym tomorrow. Tomorrow turned into 2 days. 2 days turned into a week turned into a month, and now 3 or 4 months have gone by and you have not had a consistent gym routine all summer. Yeah, me too, sister. So you're not the only one. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jasmine, aka jazzyb on this channel and all my other social media. Thank y'all for tuning into my video today. If you did not know, I am a certified personal trainer and a certified nutrition coach. And in today's video, I'm just going to talk about how to get out of that slump. Like I said, this summer has been very hard, challenging for me. I know it sounds crazy to say that I haven't been to the gym in 4 months, considering I am technically a personal trainer, but things do hit us. You know, everybody lives a different life. I don't think it's fair to get down on yourself and to be like, oh, I'm a loser, like I'm lazy. Loser! And it's up to us to just decide on when we're going to get back into it. When you're coming back into the gym after a long slump, the number one thing that you want to do is prevent yourself from getting injured. So if you were being consistent, you know, a couple months ago, you was benching 135 or you was squatting 200, maybe you don't need to go back in 4 months later and do the same thing all over again. We need to set like a baseline and really just build that foundation back up. The number one thing we're going to focus on today is stability and what that looks like, because you have to build that stability back up before you can worry about trying to get the muscle growth, all the other things. So it takes patience and it takes time. And if you are thinking like, okay, I'm ready to go as heavy as I can, even though I haven't been in the gym in the past 3-4 months, you are increasing your chances of getting yourself hurt. And if you are hurt, you won't even be able to do the workout in the first place. So you might as well just start off slow and take your time. So when we're talking about stability, the number one thing you want to keep in mind is you want to focus on the quality of your movement. You want to focus on engaging your core to stabilize your core, to make sure that you are having the proper form with your movement. And then you also want to focus on doing slow and focused movements whenever you're doing your workouts. And so yeah, today I will show y'all my lower body workout. I'm actually doing a workout by Talia Joelle. Her program that she has going on right now, I think it's a really good program for building your stability back as we are doing the workout. Okay, y'all, we are into the workout now. So excuse the mess in the background. I'm working out in the garage. When you're working on building your stability back up with your workout, so like I said, you taking a break, now you back in the gym, you want to focus on the timing of how you do your rep, which is the quality essentially of what you are doing. And so whenever I'm thinking about the timing, I like to think of 4 numbers. So 4, 2, 2, 1, which is pretty much the way that Nazon taught me. So what it means is that you want to do the eccentric movement for 4 seconds, and then you want to hold it for 2 seconds in that position, and then you're going to come back in 2 seconds, hold that for 1 second, and repeat. I hope that doesn't sound confusing, but regardless of the fact, we're just going to focus on the 4 seconds. So basically what the eccentric movement is, you are going where the weight is going. When you slow that part down, you're going to engage most of the muscles that need to be engaged, and this is what helps the quality of your movement to make sure that it is targeting those muscles that you want to hit. So right now I'm doing hip thrust, right? And so I'm using a 35-pound weight. Whenever you're trying to build your stability back up too, you don't want to go super heavy on your weight either, because like I said, that's a way that you could injure yourself. And yeah, so I hope that's common sense. I'm gonna put my mic on me right here and I'm gonna talk y'all through it as we go through the workout. So I was gonna use the barbell to do this workout, but the way that this bench is set up, this is my first time working out on this bench, it wasn't gonna happen. So I'm gonna have to buy like a Smith machine or something eventually. So I have my little 35-pound weight right here. Okay. And so we have 10 reps of this exercise. So right now, this is where I'm at. So when I say the eccentric movement, aka the negative, aka the lowering phase, this is different ways that people will refer to it as. They are referring to whichever way the weight is going, that's the way that you want to slow down. So in this case, when I go down, that's where the weight is going. So we're going to start in this position, right? And then we're going to go up. Hold that for about a second or two. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's 1 rep. And I can really feel it in my glutes right here. And then I feel it in my quads a little bit too. But whenever you are slowing down your movements, that's when you can really tell that you are focusing on the quality of it, because you are a lot sore. You're going to notice that you are more sore even though you are doing a lighter weight, because you're really engaging those muscles and really being intentional about it. So the opposite of what I'm saying would be if I were to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's not building the stability. So like I said, that's what you want to avoid. So I'm going to go through this workout. I'm probably going to do a voiceover because this weight is getting heavy with me sitting like this. And so y'all can see what I mean.
Okay, y'all, welcome to the voiceover. So what I am doing right here, right now is, like I said, the 4, 2, 2, 1 method. You really don't have to stress yourself out about remembering all 4 of those numbers. Essentially what I am doing, like I said, I'm going with the weight. We're going 4 seconds down to really engage those muscles. Hold it for 2 seconds. Come back up within 2 seconds, hold that for another second or two, and then just repeat the same thing over and over again. And this can translate onto other exercises as well. It's just really, the purpose of it is just to take your time to engage the muscles that you are trying to target, with this primarily being my glutes. I can really feel it doing it that way. And like I said, doing the lighter weight and higher rep, it's still going to make you stronger at the end of the day because you are building up your stabilization endurance. So that is the reason for this method. The same thing also applies to if you are at a stage to where you aren't ready to add weight per se. Say you just want to do, you know, regular hip thrusts, or say you want to do like glute bridges or whatever the case may be. You still can slow down going into the lowering phase or the eccentric phase or the negative, whatever way that you can remember it the most. Like I said, the way I like to remember this is whichever way the weight is going, that is the way that you want to slow down. And so moving on to the next exercise, I'm doing Bulgarian split squat. This kind of varies between, you know, where you are in your fitness journey, with it including like balance as well, with you doing it on one leg. If you are a beginner, you may not want to start off with these, but you can do the same technique as applied to regular squats. So as you can see right here, I'm going down slowly into the lowering phase, pausing for a second, and then coming right back up. And I'm just doing that same thing over and over again. You don't have to stress yourself out about it. You just want to be more conscious about taking your time going down instead of going at a fast pace. If you've ever been to like a Pilates class or something like that, you may have had your instructor say something like move slow or like hold it for a second. And this is what really helps build the strength. And that's what my experience has been with taking Pilates classes and things like that. And this is pretty much the same concept.
This movement isn't part of my workout today, but I'm gonna show y'all that you can also use the same framework and the same technique whenever you're using machines as well. So for this one, this is the leg extension, so it will primarily work your quad. So for example, when I raise up, you know, my legs are going up. We're gonna hold that for a minute to engage your quad muscles for about 2 seconds. And then the lowering phase, like I've been saying, wherever the weight is going, that's where you want to slow it down at. So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, hold for a second or two, and then back up. Hold it, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. My legs are shaking already, and I only have 15 pounds on here. Another thing to be mindful of too is whenever you are trying to build your stability back up, it's said that you want to do like lower weights and then higher reps. So like about 12 to 15 reps of your exercises. And then you want to do a lower weight, about 50 to 70%. You want to do about 50% of like what's your maximum amount of weight that you can do. Say you bench, you know, 100 pounds. That's your maximum that you can do. Whenever you're trying to build that stability back up, you want to probably do about 50 of those 50 pounds of those high reps whenever you're trying to build the stability back up, especially when you're using this technique. You really can't do your maximum and then trying to go down for 4 seconds. Like, that's not safe. That'll cause you to get hurt. Like, but we're just trying to build that strength back up. So like I said, when you go up and then whichever way the weight is going, the way the weight is lowering, that's where you want to go slow at to really engage those muscles. Okay, so now we are going to do core.
My main goal right here is to take my time, keep it slow, brace my core, suck that tummy in to really brace your core and to engage your core in the workouts. I was doing a 40-second circuit of my core workouts. And so instead of me trying to do as many reps as I could during those 40 seconds, my main goal was to take it slow, take my time, and really just to make sure I'm engaging my core. As you can see, my abdominals are slightly like bent inward so that I can make sure that I'm bracing my core really well. And same thing with the bird dog. So doing the bird dogs, I really try to put an emphasis on the pause. So instead of just going right back out and then coming right back in very quickly, I like to do my movements very slow, make sure that I can feel my core and make sure I hold it. So that's the thing, just take your time, keep it slow, engage your core, squeeze your booty cheeks or whatever to make sure that you're bracing your core and engaging it, and you'll be good to go.
Okay, y'all, and that is it pretty much for the video today. Like I said, whenever you are trying to get up out of that slump, and there's nothing wrong with that, at least you are taking the initiative to do that, and you clicking on that video today really shows that you are trying to get out of that slump, as I am too. But like I said, the main thing you want to think about is preventing yourself from becoming injured by taking your time, focusing on your movements and making sure you're re-strengthening your core, and then going easy on yourself, and then just taking your time doing what it is that you need to do, because the quality is always going to be better than the quantity. Of course, you have to get those reps in, but you also want to focus on the quality of those as well, even if that means just getting as many reps as possible. And for me personally, I'm probably going to train like this, particularly for my lower body. My upper body, I'm a little more stable and a little more strong naturally. So I can kind of get away with it a little bit more, but I still focus on that. But I probably will train my lower body like this for the next 2 to 3 weeks. I would say probably about 4 weeks, especially for beginners, maybe 4 to 6 weeks for beginners. But if you're trying to get out of that slump, just kind of see what feels good to you over time, and then just kind of increase the weight or do whatever it is that you need to do as time goes. But yeah, if y'all would like to see more videos of this, or maybe videos about how to build your muscular endurance and just to go through those other phases to eventually get the muscular growth and to get more strength, if those are your goals, just let me know in the comments. And then if you would like, if you want to see other videos similar to this, y'all let me know. I hope y'all learned something today, and yeah, I hope y'all have a great time getting back into the gym. So I'm gonna be consistent right now. I'm about to get my cardio and wrap up my workout. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning into my video. I post fitness, hair stuff, lifestyle, so a little bit of different things. So I'm getting back into tune. I'm getting back in tune with my YouTube and really just social media in general. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in today, and bye, y'all have fun.